Chapter 48, Killing the Chicken to Warn. The monkeys, everyone panics. Pang Jun stared blankly at the back of manager Zhang as he left in a dignified manner. It seemed he had been poached by Penglai Games. He looked at the resignation letter in his hand, then at another document, a lawsuit. Damn it, you're playing really hardball. This was clearly an attempt to deliver a fatal blow in one strike. Pang Jun panicked instantly. Losing one manager wasn't a big deal, but if the platform got banned, that would cut off his source of income. Adding asset freezing on top of that, it would ruin him completely in one go. Now Pang Jun was filled with regret when the other company had sent the lawyer's letter earlier. He really should have considered read the idea of win-win cooperation. If they had actually reached a cooperation agreement, would things have come to this? He would have definitely secured his position as the top boss of the game live streaming platform. But regret was useless now. The only way out was to get the other party to drop the lawsuit and then reach a cooperation intention. That way, he could definitely ease his current predicament. A light flashed in Pang Jun's say's negotiation. Immediate negotiation. He had had some contact with Dong Jiangguo before. Now that this incident had happened, he naturally took the initiative to contact Dong Jiangguo first. He flipped through his phone for a long time before finally finding Dong Jiangguo's number. He called it right away. The call was answered a few seconds later. Lao Dong. Dong Jiangguo's tired voice came through. Who is this? It's me, Pang Jun. There was silence on the other end of the line for a few seconds. Then what do you want from me? Lao Dong. It's been a while since we met. Why don't TWE find a place to chat? Hey, I didn't think there's anything for us to talk about. You're the big boss of a live streaming platform. So arrogant and overbearing. I heard you even sent our lawyer's letter right back. Pang Jun held the phone, speaking obsequiously. It's a misunderstanding. Definitely a misunderstanding. That was not my idea at all. It was one of my managers, acting on his own accord. I've already fired him now. Hey Pang Jun, we're both old hands in this field lit, 1,000-year-old foxes. So what kind of trickery lit? Lao Zai, referring to supernatural stories. Here meaning deceptive tactics. Are you trying to pull on me? I know exactly what kind of person you are. I'm very busy right now, so I'll hang up. After saying that, all Pang Jun heard from the phone was a busy tone. Pang Jun stared at his phone in a daze. Once he came to his senses, he immediately called again. Dong Jiangguo's impatient voice came through. I didn't have time to mess around with you right now. Lao Dong, I know I was wrong. Please give me a chance. Isn't Penglai Games trying to reach a cooperation? We'll cooperate. We're willing to pay 70 million yuans a year. If you think that's not enough, we can discuss it further. Dong Jiangguo let out two cold laughs. Now you know you were wrong. It's too late. The court has already collected all the evidence, and the trial will start soon. Get ready to pay compensation. As for cooperation, Pang Jun's shirt jumped to his throat instantly. Cooperation is absolutely impossible, and it's not just your Tiger Live stream all game live. Streaming platforms will be restricted from streaming player unknown's battlegrounds, PUBG. The others might still have a chance, but sorry, you've already made it on to our company's blacklist. You're targeting me specifically. Hey, you were so arrogant and domineering before, and now you want to reach a cooperation? We are targeting you. What can you do about it? How does that saying go? I gave you a chance, but you couldn't take it. A colloquial phrase meaning someone was offered an opportunity but failed to seize it. Dong Jiangguo hung up the phone, feeling extremely relieved. Pang Jun listened to the busy tone on the phone, then collapsed into his boss's chair. Now he could already imagine the worst-case scenario. No longer being allowed to stream PUBG, having to compensate for copyright infringement losses, and even seeing the platform's popularity plummet drastically, never to recover. The incident with Tiger Live Stream served as a wake-up call for all game live streaming platforms. Some prudent companies directly shut down their PUBG streaming channels, while at the same time taking the initiative to contact Penglai Games to discuss potential cooperation. During this period, the streamers were thrown into an uproar. They had finally managed to make a living. They had finally gotten a chance to rise to prominence. They could finally eat their fill. After all these years, a high-quality game lit conscience game, referring to a game that is well made and not overly money-grabbing, had finally come along to drive traffic. Was it easy for people like them who worked as streamers? The streamers began to give feedback collectively. The final response they received boiled down to one sentence: this platform currently does not hold the streaming copyright. You do me wrong, I'll do you wrong in return. A Chinese colloquialism meaning to retaliate or respond in kind to someone's unfriendly actions. If you won't let us stream here, then we'll go to a platform that has the copyright to stream. After checking around, these streamers realized that there seemed to be only one game live streaming platform that currently held the copyright, and it appeared to be the developer of the game itself, the newly launched Penglai game live streaming platform. They had no choice. Many game streamers began to settle on the Penglai Games platform. The popularity of this newly launched platform started to soar. Chen Yuan was very busy because there would be a parent-teacher conference the next day, and as a parent, he naturally had to attend. As a parent, he couldn't dress too shabbily either. So after formulating the sanctions plan against Tiger Live Stream in the morning, Chen Yuan left the company and went to the commercial street, planning to buy a decent outfit. He visited several stores, but none of the clothes felt formal enough until he stopped in front of the window of one store. Behind the transparent glass stood a Molly mannequin, wearing a gray-blue linen cotton denim, single-breasted vest over a black shirt, paired with trousers of the same color as the vest. It looked formal yet had a touch of casualness. This style perfectly matched Chen Yuan's taste. He took a few steps forward. Armani flagship store. Chen Yuan stepped inside. A tall clerk with heavy makeup noticed Ashidao, flashed by and thought a customer had arrived. But when she took a closer look, her excitement faded instantly. The person who had come was actually a teenager in his teens. The enthusiasm that had been in her heart died down right away. Teenagers didn't have the purchasing power, especially for a high-end luxury store like theirs. The clerk, Su Menju, walked over to him with a hint of resignation. "Kid, this isn't a place to play around." Chen Yuan looked at her, then smiled and said, "I'm not here to play." "Sure you're not," she thought. Everything in this luxury store was extremely expensive. If anything got damaged, it would be a huge hassle. Zhu Menju said to Chen Yuan, "Don't touch anything. Wait here for a minute." After that she went to the counter, took out a handful of candies and said, "Little brother, take these candies and go play at the Chanel store across the street. There, air conditioning is better, and they have more snacks too." "Wow, that's quite a way to handle this. Lit, this is really fancy play." Expressing surprise at the clerk's perfunctory method, Chen Yuan pushed her hand away and said, "Helpless lie. Miss, I'm merely not here to play. I'm a serious customer." After saying that, Chen Yuan walked over to the window. Just as he reached out his hand, wanting to feel the fabric of the clothes, Zhu Menju hurried over and said, "Don't touch that. These clothes are very expensive." Chen Yuan turned his head to look at the price tag next to it. 19998 yuan. It's not even that expensive, he thought. Chapter 49. Innocent me, I want to get off this ride. So Chen Yuan nodded and said firmly, "This price is actually acceptable." As he spoke, his hand already reached out to touch the vest. The fabric was soft and really comfortable. While he felt comfortable, Zhu Menju beside him was anything but. "Oh no, this is a disaster. This outfit costs 20,000 yuans. If the teenager gets any stains on it from his hands, I'll probably lose my bonus this month for sure. Besides, this is 20,000 yuans, not 2 yuans. Are teenagers these days this bold?" He's just spouting nonsense so casually. A pleading look appeared on her face. "Little brother, please don't touch it randomly, okay?" Chen Yuan was taken aback. "Miss, you can't just say things like that, careless lie. I'm ouching the clothes on the mannequin. If others hear you, they'll easily get the wrong idea." Chen Yuan flipped through the shirt inside and said, "It's just a touch. I'm not going to not pay for it." Zhu Mengyu didn't touch the ambiguous undertone in his words. She still spoke in a pleading tone, stretching out her hand as if to protect the clothes. "If it gets dirty, it'll be a huge hassle. Miss, stop right there. This isn't the ride to the kindergarten. I'm as innocent as can be." In the live stream chat, comments were blowing up. "Wow, is Master Yuan already teasing young ladies at such a young age? Whoa. Just whoa, he's Stephanite lie. A seasoned lady killer LSP. An internet slang for someone lecherous with 20 years of experience. Kids these days, awesome, I'm a fan now." I really want to see how the story unfolds. Sniffles. I'm on the edge of my seat for Master Yuan. He can't handle this. Everyone step aside. Let me go first. Live stream under maintenance. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Live stream under maintenance. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Live stream under maintenance. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. Just when things were getting exciting, the live stream went into maintenance. A young man lying on his bed threw his phone to the floor in frustration. Maintenance my ass. I just got into it and you hit me with maintenance. Chen Yuan had no idea the live stream was under maintenance. He reached out to check the trousers. Again, this combination was really stylish. Wearing it would definitely make him the most eye-catching parent in the class. He wouldn't let his dad down. After all, his dad was so rebellious. If he lost face, who knew if his dad might even run away from home or something? That would be a total nightmare. A rebellious dad was just a figure of speech. Miss, how much does this whole set cost? Zhu Mengyu beside him felt her heart sink. This teenager was touching here, touching there, touching the top and then the bottom of the clothes. Does Enda know this set is really expensive? And now he's asking about the price. She was on the verge of breaking down. All she wanted right now was to coax this teenager into leaving. It's 56,000 yuan for the whole set, she said casually, then grabbed Chen Yuan's arm. Come on, sister'll show you something nice. Something nice? While he was interested, he just wanted to focus on getting his outfit sorted for now. Don't mess around. Miss, let's just talk about buying this outfit first, okay? Zhu Mengyu couldn't pull him away, so she had to stop. Talk about buying the outfit. A 50-60,000 yuan outfit. What's there to talk about? Am I supposed to give you a 0.01% discount or something? Customers are guests, and besides, she really was a kind-hearted young lady. She didn't want to kick out such a cute boy. It's 56,000 yuans. Little brother, not 56 yuans. The price of 56,000 yuans was enough to make ordinary people back off, let alone a teenager with no financial ability. Chen Yuan curled his lips. Was it really necessary to emphasize it that much for just this amount of money? Zhu Mengyu froze. Did she just see disdain in his eyes? A teenage boy was disdainful of tens of thousands of yuan? She felt like she was about to lose her mind. 5,000-6,000 yuan. She emphasized each word, raising her voice. Chen Yuan scratched his ear. If you want to say it, just say it. Why are you practically blowing air into my ear? Zhu Mengyu thought Chen Yuan scratching his ear was a sign of disdain for that damn money. She was going crazy. She really was going crazy. Chen Yuan pointed at the clothes on the mannequin. Get me one set just like this. Wait, no, make it two sets. After all, I need to change and wash them. You're so particular about hygiene. She really wanted to pinch his little cheeks even better. If she could channel the spirit of Li Yuanbai, legendary fierce warrior in Chinese history known for his strength. Give him a throw over the shoulder, and then knead his face into all sorts of shapes. Like kneading dough, just thinking about it made her feel a lot better. Her slender fingers, with their red nail polish, rubbed together. So satisfying. Chen Yuan didn't notice her on the verge of snapping. He pursed his lips and thought for a moment. 2 sets might not be right. People might think this is the only outfit I have. No, I need to pick another set too. Zhu Mengyu felt a twinge of bitterness in her heart. Oh my God! Did I commit some unforgivable sin? Why did you send such a tormenting guy to plague me? She really had had enough. Little brother, can you stop bragging? Promoting the 5 merits and 4 virtues often taught to students is the right path for young students. Bragging random lie will only make you crash and burn in society later. Bragging? He dared netizens talk about it, said it was thick, greasy, and so salty it made your throat dry. What's so good about bragging? Chen Yuan shook his head. I'm not a student, he added silently in his heart. My dad is the student. Zhu Mengyu froze immediately. No wonder he was wandering around at this time. He dropped out of school. You're not cute anymore. Zhu Mengyu's expression changed. I own kid like you. Not studying hard. Running around hitting on people everywhere. Women's faces really were as changeable as the weather. Chen Yuan helpless lie raised his hands in a gesture of surrender. Miss, I really am here to buy clothes. He pointed at the set he'd been looking at earlier. Could you please find me the right size? Okay. Zhu Mengyu snorted. No. Chen Yuan was truly helpless. It's not like I'm trying to hit on you, why not? He pulled out his bank card. Let's swipe the card first. Then we can chat about life, okay? As he spoke, Chen Yuan walked toward the cash register. Zhu Mengyu hurried to follow. Today, she was determined to see if this teenager could really come up with 56,000 yuans. Chen Yuan walked up to the cash register and said to the cashier, Miss swiped 56,000 yuans. The cashier was stunned. Swiped 56,000 yuans just like that. Their store was pricey, but it wasn't a scam shop. Zhu Mengyu caught up from behind and leaned halfway on the cash register. This little brother wants to buy our Giorgio Armani vest set. The cashier froze. That set really did cost 56,000 yuan. She then looked at Zhu Mengyu. Zhu Mengyu nodded firmly at the cashier. Dante, look at me. Just swipe the card. Today, I'm determined to see if his card can really swipe 56,000 yuans. Chen Yuan shrugged. The cashier hesitated. Then I'll swipe it? Chapter 50. Don't lie, I'm doing this for your own good. Zhu Mengyu truly didn't believe his card could actually process 56,000 yuans. The cashier didn't believe it either, but she still operated the computer skillfully and gently pushed the POS machine forward. Enter your password. Without a word, Chen Yuan typed in the password smoothly. Ding! The POS machine beeped once, then started printing a receipt. The fact that a receipt was coming out meant the transaction was successful. Zhu Mengyu's nearly popped out of her head. That card actually had 56,000 yuans on it. Oh my god! What kind of family is this? How can a teenager afford this kind of spending? Zhu Mengyu leaned over to glance at the receipt on the cash register. It really was 56,000 yuan. A teenager had just spent that amount without a second thought. She was truly shocked. Suddenly, Zhu Mengyu found the teenager in front of her. Incredibly handsome, the kind of handsome that seemed to glow with a golden light. My dear little brother. Chen Yuan picked up the receipt on the table, took a quick look, and casually tossed it into the small trash can. Beside him, 56,000 yuan was nothing to him. The cashier bit her lip and said, "Wow, that was such a cool move. Chen Yuan, weren't you full of doubt just a moment ago? How did you start praising me in just 10 seconds? He shook his head, looked at Zhu Mengyu in front of him, and said, "Miss, now can you find me the right size?" "Yes, absolutely." Zhu Mengyu sparkled with excitement as she immediately replied, "Of course. Let's go over there to take your measurements, and I'll pick out a perfect fitting set for you." There was a dedicated fitting room in this area. Zhu Mengyu took out a measuring tape and gently placed it around Chen Yuan's waist. "Little brother, how old are you?" Chen Yuan replied casually, 14. "Then why aren't you in school?" Chen Yuan shook his head. "I have to earn money to support the family. After all, I still have a dad to take care of. Sigh. No choice." Zhu Mengyu's froze. Her mind was filled with questions. A kid this young already supporting his family, should he be from a poor background? Then how could he casually spend 56,000 yuan? She tried to hint gently, "Little brother, if your family is struggling, you don't have to buy such expensive clothes." Chen Yuan smiled. "My family isn't struggling. It's just supporting a middle school student, and I have to go to a parent-teacher conference tomorrow." Zhu Mengyu put the measuring tape back on him and said, "Little brother, you really funny." She figured Chen Yuan must be a witty, rich second-generation kid who skipped class to wander around and have fun. "Chen Yuan, it's just taking measurements. Do you need to stand this close to me? You're practically pressing against me." Zhu Mengyu took out the clothes. "Do you want to try them on?" Chen Yuan nodded, took the clothes, and walked into the fitting room. 5 minutes later, Chen Yuan walked out of the fitting room. As the saying goes, clothes make the man, and saddle makes the horse. Chen Yuan was already quite good-looking, and once he put on this high-end outfit, his figure and temperament immediately stood out. Moreover, this slightly business-casual style made him look energetic and suited him perfectly. Looking at himself in the mirror, Chen Yuan felt he had good taste. Zhu Mengyu beside him immediately sped her hands over her chest in an admiring gesture, a classic pose to show amazement, often described as Zizi holding her heart, referencing a famous beauty in ancient China. So handsome, so stylish. She was deliberately flattering. He really did look that good. The clothes are great. I'm satisfied. I'll wear this set out, Chen Yuan said, glancing at himself in the mirror from the side. Okay, I'll take off the tags for you, Zhu Menjiu said, and immediately removed the tags from the clothes. After getting Chen Yuan's confirmation, one set of clothes was N10 now. Chen Yuan looked at the outfits on a few other mannequins. Zhu Meng, you noticed his gaze and quickly said, "You can look around." Chen Yuan nodded. He thought a small suit not far away looked good, so he walked over. Zhu Mengyu hurried to follow. After walking over to the mannequin, Chen Yuan stroked his chin and walked around it once. "You can touch it to feel the fabric," Zhu Menjiu said. Earlier she wouldn't let him touch. Now she was urging him to. Such is human nature. Chen Yuan shook his head and said straightforwardly, "I'll take this set too. Pack it up for me." "Got it right away." Zhu Mengyu carried the clothes. When they walked outside, she handed the clothes to Chen Yuan. After handing over the clothes, she took a business card out of her pocket and put it into the shopping bag. "Handsome guy, if you need anything later, you can call me, okay?" As she spoke, she winked her left eye and made a phone call gesture with her left hand. Chen Yuan casually threw the business card into the trash can. Sigh. This damn charm of mine. To check the time, Chen Yuan had to switch the shopping bag to his left hand, then took out his phone from his pocket. It was already past 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He had originally planned to go back to the company for a while, but it seemed there was N10 out time now. A parent could wait for the student at home, but the student should NT have to wait for the parent. After walking out of the commercial street, Chen Yuan waved and stopped a taxi. When he got home, Chen Yuan put the clothes in his room, then sat on the sofa and took out his phone. The live stream was still under maintenance, so it seemed today's Shrility show live stream was off. Chen Yuan opened the stock market app. Casually, Penglai Games stock was soaring. It had been hitting the daily limit since the game launched a few days ago. The stock price was now 4.6 yuan per share. It was NT that the growth was too slow. It was just that the daily increase was capped at 20%. If it weren't for asset regulations, the stock price would definitely be no less than 10 yuans by now. Chen Donglai dragged his tired body in, looking listless. The first thing he did was fling his school bag away, as if it contained a bomb. "I'm exhausted," he said, collapsing onto the sofa. Chen Yuan glanced at him out of the corner of his eye, and nudged at his leg with his foot. "You ray already? This old, why do you slouch like a boneless maggot?" Chen Donglai glared. "My good son." Chen Yuan felt a little guilty, turned his face away, and coughed. "Did you finish your homework? Review today's lessons? Are you confident about the quiz the day after tomorrow?" These three soul-piercing questions completely crushed Chen Donglai's spirits. He put his hands over his face and rubbed it hard. "It's so hard. This is agony. Even in my dreams, I see a blackboard full of equations." Chen Yuan curled his lips. "Now you know it, Shard. Earlier you kept saying how easy it was." Chen Yuan stood up. Come on. I'll take you to eat something to repellent your energy. After taking 2 steps, he turned back and asked, Aren't you going to tell me anything about tomorrow's parent-teacher conference? Chen Donglai stood up and said, Tell you something? What's there to tell? You just sit there and leave after it's over, isn't it enough? Going to school really does make people younger. Dad, you're still too naive. Chen Yuan shook his head and walked out of the house. Chen Donglai placed half a plate of pig brains on the table. Eating this stuff every day, I'm about to throw up. Chen Yuan sat on the sofa by the coffee table, picking his teeth. Donglai, Dad, I'm doing this for your own good. P.S. Thank you to all the bosses for your gifts and rewards. The author is working hard to write more chapters.